Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to go over how I created those beautiful vases with just using baking powder and acrylic paint. So I got my vases from Goodwill, which was very inexpensive, and then I got the paint from Hobby Lobby, which was also inexpensive. They were like $1.25. So in this next portion of the video, I'm basically putting the paint in a cup just so that I can have something to mix it in and to get ready to pour the baking powder in. So I'm basically going to go ahead and show you that I wanted to use the green in some areas, and then for the white I wanted to put it in the areas where the tape were, but after doing it or taking the tape off later on in the video, I decided to not do that, and you're gonna see why. But here I am showing you the size paintbrush that I used, which was 1.5 inch. And then I was showing you that you need your gloves to cover up your beautiful nails. Like myself, I love getting my nails done. So for those who, get your nails done, just make sure that you cover your hands. So I'm going to go ahead and mix out the paint with the baking powder and dip my brush in there. And I realized that I probably needed more baking powder, so I go ahead and added some, and then it went where it was to my liking. I was like, all right, it's time to get my paint on. So I decided now I was going to go ahead and put my gloves back on and get ready to start painting. So here you see me covering my vase as best as I can. This was just the first coat, and it's okay that your first coat is as light as possible, because you do go back in and cover with a second coat, so you don't want that to be removing. So yes, do your first coat as light as possible. So now in this section I am going over basically the same steps, but this color I decided to use purple, but I wanted the purple to be very light, so I added white. And then now I'm going over with my first coat. I keep saying quote but my first coat. And then in this portion now I'm going over with the blue, like a light blue or turquoise blue, and adding more paint because I felt like it was too thick, or it wasn't spreading evenly as I wanted it to. So yeah, I went ahead and add some more, and then I'm going to go ahead and mix that up and get ready to start covering up the rest of the vase. And also guys, make sure that you're mixing your paint and the baking powder out very well, because if you don't, you'll leave with clumps, unless you're wanting to have it looking really I would say not the word I'm looking for is not coming to me, but if you're not wanting it to look too cluster or too definition or defined, are not too chalky. So I would say make sure that you mix it out properly, and do it as you see fit. You're the one that's creating your content, you're the one that's creating your art, so do it as you see fit. But if you're looking for how I did it, just make sure that you mix it out very well, no clumps or anything like that. Also guys, I realized that when I was going over my vases as well, I had to spread that out, like brush properly, or make sure that my strokes were more defined, because in certain spots it was not covering it. Like you see there at the bottom, it was not covered properly with the paint, so I had to like brush it, and keep doing that till it was covered to my liking. But again, it's just your first coat, so you don't have to worry too much about it. But there you go, there you see me showing you that I had covered it as best as I could, and it was to my liking. So I also made sure that I got some Ziploc bags to cover up my paint, because I know that I was going to be doing the second coat and the third coat I keep saying quote, but the second and the third coat, and I did not want to allow my paint to dry out. So now I'm doing the white and basically going over the same steps that I did in the first other vases. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape. I used my stencil knife to take this off because I was really scared because I didn't know how this was going to turn out. I didn't want the paint to be peeling. It was my first time doing it, so I didn't know what to expect, and to my surprise, it came out perfect to me, at least. It came out really perfect and I loved it. And this is why I'm going to go ahead and show you why I didn't use the white to cover it, because I thought it came out really well and I didn't need to add anything else to it. I think I was going to do too much or overdo it, and I didn't want that. So here now I'm gonna go over the white with some paint. I wanted to let it pop a little bit, so I decided to use my brush, some fine brush that I had, and toothbrush to cover this vase. So here I'm using the bottom of the brush, actually, because I had left my paint out and it had dried up on me. So I was using the brush to mix out the paint, and I was just like, I had some on the bristle and I had some at the end, and I was just like, I'm gonna make use of my paint, and I decided to use the bristle part and the bottom of the brush just to cover with the paint and make use of my paint. So here I'm gonna go ahead and touch it up with the purple and add some more colors, and I just did what I felt like. Again, it's your art, you know, you're the one that's creating it. I can't tell you exactly how to make it look, you know, or how you should feel while you're doing it, but I had fun. I was going in, as you can see. I was just touching it everywhere, going in with different colors, different size, different angle, and it turned out really well, and I loved it. This is all that matters, actually. Whatever you're doing, do it with love. And here I'm going to go ahead and show you the big reveal, and there it is. I actually did the purple with the toothbrush as well, but I did it in a different style. I actually used the brush and my fingers to like scrape it. So while I scrape it, it was close to the vase, and while I did that, it will just splatter. And trust me, when I say splatter, I meant splatter. And I felt like that's why I didn't cover the video when I was doing that phase, because it was a lot. It was a lot of paint. And when I say paint, I mean paint everywhere. And I didn't want my phone to be messed up, so I decided to do that off camera. So here I'm going to go ahead and show you a full, you know, a twirl basically of what we got going on there, and showing you how you covered it completely once you do that, you know, that second and third quote. So you see with the purple one, I went all the way around and I didn't leave no spots unturned. And then for this one, I had this vase laying out, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and paint it. I had some paint left over, and I mixed some paint around and got that dark color. And I had some more of the red left over on the palette, and I just made some swirly lines, and there you go. And then here goes the green. So far I've got a lot of love on the green for those who have seen it on my Instagram and Facebook page. Everybody loved this green one, and to be honest, I really like it as well. I think it's different. When my husband saw it, he was like, oh my god, this is really nice. So I think it came out well, and I didn't think I needed to add that white. And here I am showing you the white and how I did the brushes in different angles, and that's how they turned out, and I love them. Again, this is your space, this is your work. if you decide to do these vases, or if you decided to do it another way. Be you, be unique. Okay guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is my first video actually, and I hope you guys love it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Have a great one. Bye.